Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Big City Greens Season 3 Episode 5. This is the first half. It's called Green Greens. Basically, the Green family's going green basically. And the second half, which this one has a clip, but the second half doesn't have a clip. That one is called Truce Bomb. Yeah. Okay. And before I start my review, I just want to say I'm happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yep, that's today, so I didn't have any classes and stuff. So I didn't have any classes, so I'm doing my review. So I'm kind of getting through the season, kind of quicker than I would have thought. Because I'm doing episode 5 today, I'm doing episode 6 tomorrow. Because Tuesday I usually don't have classes. And then Saturday will be episode 7, Sunday will be episode 8. Tuesday, your next week will be episode 9. And then Saturday will be episode 10, which will be the mid-season finale. And then Sunday will be the me going over the episode titles for episodes 11 through 20. And and we'll kind of finish up January. I'll do my monthly update for February, and I'll just continue on with Big City Greens, because not every episode for the second half of season 3 has aired on TV. Not every episode. Only how many episodes? Like there's like 5 or 6. Like there's like 5 or 6 episodes left that haven't aired yet, and just like not on Disney Plus. So when I reach to a point that hasn't aired, I don't know what happened, so I can't do my review until it airs. So we're not there yet. We're still in season 3A. But we're kind of getting closer. Okay. And before we get to this guy with the it's kind of like the carrot beard guy, until he holding a fluorescent light bulb. I actually do have to say something. Just like I said for what was it called? The no service episode. Like that half of the episode. How I said that episode was just okay. This is the same thing. Green's green. Wait, I'm sorry, no. Green Greens. That's what the episode title. It's just okay. It's just okay. So, again, not bad, but okay. So, let's get started. So, we first start, and we first start with Bill farming, right? And it's okay. Let's see what's gonna happen here. And he's kind of like tasting the soil. He's like, what do I taste? Plastic. And we have Cricket just dumping trash, and what he calls the trash hole, and it's like damaging the plants. And Alice is like, it's okay with it. And I know they're trying to put like an environmental message that says like, don't mix garbage with like recycling and stuff, and make sure you properly recycle your fluorescent light bulbs and stuff, like in one tiny thing can impact in a wide range. I know what this is trying to do, but you do not, I don't want to say it ruined the characters for Cricket and Alice. I'm not saying that, but I'm going back to my point I made, I'm not sure how many episodes ago, but with like what I called the character amnesia, where a character learned something or already knew something, but for an episode purpose, they don't know it anymore. We know Cricket and Alice, they farm. They live on a farm. They're country folk. And they know about nature and stuff. And there was even a point where Alice doesn't even know what recycling is. Like, how long have you been living in Big City? Like, come on. That just doesn't make any sense. So even Crickets can mumble, "Oh, Dad said throw out the trash, and I can't put in the trash hole. Why is it even called the trash hole? It's not called the trash hole, you dummy." I know he's 11. I know he's 11 years old, but that kind of when I watched it for the first time, it really irritated me. And this episode had a couple funny moments, but It just has stuff like that. Even though the ending, it kind of resolved it. It still doesn't make up for it. I don't want to see that in the first place, and it's kind of annoying. So, again, maybe people find it funny. I don't know. If it is, it's not my type of humor. I didn't find it funny at all. I just found it irritating. Even till it's like, I knew that wasn't trash. Like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, oh, that's because I didn't um tell you, sweetie. Like, I didn't want to bring you into a loop. So Alice obviously thinks it's wrong, but she's doing it anyway. This actually reminds me from like the first half of season one when she threw children to get a spot in the movie theater and threw children like in the pool because she didn't want to get splashed by water and stuff because she got her hair done. It kind of irritates me like that. Like, Grandma, stop throwing children, please, or they're gonna die. Like, I don't think they can survive that. I guess they survived in the pool one because it's water, but still, like, really dangerous. Anyway, besides all that, so oh, even Gloria's here, and I like the sweater that she's wearing. It's pretty cool. And Gloria's part of the family. And when Cricket's taking stuff out of the ground, Gloria picked up. Oh wait, this is a fluorescent light bulb. You can't just throw this out. You need to bring it to the e-waste center. And then Cricket and Alice are like, who cares? Like, it's just one light bulb. And then Gloria's like, no, it has dangerous chemicals. So you had to take care of it. And then Tilly, Bill's like, you know what? I will take the trip to the e-waste center. It's the right thing to do. And Tilly's like, I will accomplish you on this mission. I will come with you on this words. I will come with you on this mission. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, and obviously, and Bill's like, hey, when we come back, the garden must be like cleared from any garbage or plastic. And even Gloria's like, hey, you know what? I'll drive you. Oh, okay, so we have like kind of like two teams. We have the A plot with Bill, Tilly, and Gloria, and the B plot with Alice and Cricket. And we basically have Gloria, and we were in her car again. Pretty cool. And they're driving, and it immediately is traffic. Oh, so relatable. And she's like, oh man. And he said, oh, don't worry, it won't be too long. It's like, I thought this will only take 20 minutes. This is probably going to be backed up for like who knows how long, probably like for like an hour. And I had stuff to do. And Bill and Tilly to give her a look, and she's like, okay, fine, I don't have stuff to do. But I don't. But can we like do this tomorrow maybe? And like and Bill, oh my goodness, I'm not with Gloria, but I can understand her frustration because Bill's like reading, oh, it's only open on Saturdays, once a month, and only a month that are not 30 days, so it's 31 days, and Gloria's like, you know what? And she kicks him out of the car. Not kicks him out, but tells him to get out. Walking's better for the environment anyway. Bye. I actually thought we were going to get a C plot with Gloria. It was just in the back of my mind. I was like, oh, I guess we didn't. I guess she just went to who knows where. But it's fine. The episode didn't need her. So, anyway. I even like Tilly's response. I guess the world is as filled with heroes as I thought. Because, Gloria was like, kind of like a hero to her. And she kind of backstabbed them. And so they're kind of walking, and they're walking to the subway, because they can't just walk to the e-waste center like you have to take the subway there. And it's pretty cool that we actually get to go back to the subway because when was the last time we went on the subway? Right, it was that very first time. What was it? It was episode 1, Steak Night, right? That was like the second half of episode 1. Was that the only time we went on the subway other than this time right here? That was the only time, right? Because we've been in Remy's helicopter, we've been in a car, we've been in a truck, have we been on a boat? Have we done that yet? In the comments below, have the Greens been on the boat? I know there was like the whole fantasy jet ski thing, but that wasn't real, and I wouldn't count that as a boat. So, have they been on the boat? Maybe not. I don't think so. Maybe when I do what I want to see in season 4, maybe I say more transportation. More transportation vehicles. a boat. But parasailing, ooh, that'd be fun. Like, you know, it can be dangerous if you don't do it properly. You have to do it properly, but you know, that could be fun. Anyway, um, um, got distracted by the parasailing. Anyway, so they are going to the subway, and I guess they were trying to do that, like, you know, three on joke, like when a character does something like three times. It didn't stick with me because Bill's looking for the Bill and Tilly are looking for the what was it called, the chartreuse, right? Is that what it was called? Like, it's called the chartreuse lane, I think. And Bill's like, is that it? And he's looking at it, like, you know, he's looking at the phone of what the station is called, and he's looking up, and he's like, oh, is that it? Bill, you're looking at it. And Tilly's like, no, it's that. Even there's like a joke where it actually says like it's just blue, and Tilly's like, Papa, it's just blue. Maybe at that part I kind of chuckled a little bit, but everything else I'm like, Bill, you're looking at the phone, you're looking at the station right in front of you. Obviously, it's not chartreuse. Like, why are you asking? Do you think they're tricking you? Like it just doesn't make any sense. So that three on joke didn't work for me. But I would say, I think the just blue part, I think maybe chuckled. It made me chuckle like a little bit. So I would say like, you know, yeah, I guess. But everything else, And you know, Tilly's kind of getting frustrated. Me too, Tilly. And this guy shows up. And he's like, oh, and I wonder if this is the same guy, again from Steak Night, who, you know, Cricket, with the kind of distracted Bill, so Cricket can go get the steaks, and this guy's saying, "Oh, you can protect Mother Earth." I wonder if he's the same guy. It could be a different guy because there might be multiple versions of him. Oh, yeah, it could be him. Okay, anyway, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to save the pandas? Do you want to help protect the environment?" And I love Tilly's response: "Do you want to help us protect the environment?" And he must get this a lot. He's like, "You don't have to make fun of me. Like, you could just ignore me like everyone else." And he's like, "Oh, hey, what station are you trying to go to?" And he's like, "The Chartreuse station." And he's like, oh, he goes really dramatic, like, oh, I never thought two souls would be so daring enough to embark on this heroic mission. This is dangerous. And then Bill and Tilly kind of looking at each other like, hey, we're just trying to do our part. And he just gets his robe. And immediately when he gets the torch, I'm like, oh, that scene in the tunnel. That's from this episode. I was like, oh, okay. I'm kind of getting a vibe. Dude, you know, I when I was watching the episode for the first time, I was kind of thinking, okay, the stuff with Cricket and Alice was kind of stupid, and Bill, the 3-on joke was kind of dumb. But immediately when I saw this, I was like, okay, it's kind of hyping me to, you know, back up a bit. And he's like, okay, like, follow me. And Bill's like, why is there a torch? And I want to do this with no sound because of copyright, but I just want to do this. Sometimes when at least for me personally, even though it had a good soundtrack, for me personally, when there is just a bunch of visuals that I just want to catch, not all the time, but sometimes the audio can kind of distract me. At least for me personally, it kind of distracts me. So I just kind of want to, at least from my point of view, show like the experience of the visual effects and the lighting from the fire and them going, and even Bill looking at the abandon all hope. And even the guy like had like a sword. Like, what was that, a katana or? I'm not sure what type of sword that is, but he like cut it, and he's like, "Okay, here we go, folks. It's the Chartreuse station." Hey, look, Time Circle station. So I guess when this wasn't abandoned, it would go to Time Circle. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Chartreuse. Yep. And Bill's like, oh, that's what chartreuse looks like. So I don't blame Bill for not knowing what chartreuse looks like. It's probably on the GPS. It doesn't have the color. But on the GPS it would say like the word, so I don't blame him for not knowing the color. But when you are looking at the other stations with the word, and you're looking right at it, Bill, why would you? Again, I'm still kind of harping on it. Even I'm with Tilly, I was kind of getting upset, like, Papa, like, that's not chartreuse. It's not saying chartreuse, so it can't be. So like that kind of bummed me out a little bit. And then like oh, are you coming with us? Like, no, this is as far as I go. He even made like not like a joke, but he's saying that because he asked, have you ever been there before? The e-waste center. Is like, no, I never could find a Saturday that fit my schedule. And he's like, okay, like I bid you adieu. Oh, he even said like, oh, the journey gets more perilous from here. He's like, why? Why is it like this? Is I have one more piece of advice. You can save a bunch of pandas, and even Tilly kind of feels a little guilty, but they're like, oh, I already donated. And he's like, okay, bye. And here's like the train, and they go in. And before we get to here, we actually get to the B plot, and it's basically, again, we actually get to a really good part with the B plot, but just other stuff where, I guess this was kind of funny, where Alice is kind of like, Cricket, what are you doing? I'm going to put all the trash from the trash hole, I hate that name, and I'm going to put it all in the trash bin, and okay, it's going to explode. And Alice is like, it's not all going to fit. Oh, I'll show you. And he just fits it, and it expands, and expands, and expands, and it's weird that it shows none of the B plot in this episode. Like, maybe Disney knows that it wasn't that good of a B plot, maybe. I mean, I personally didn't like it until like the very end, where I was like, okay, I'm starting to like it. Like, the end result was good, but doesn't make up for the other stuff. Like, what outweighs what? So, And so, like, it expands and expands, and then Cricket's like, ha, I did it, and he did, and then, poof, he's like, oh, what are we gonna do with all this garbage? And, we get back to here, and he's like, whew, and Bill's like, oh, but even the guy mentioned, like, you had to go over the Bridge of Sorrows. And Bill's like, where is this place? Like, I think we're at the industrial part of the city. And he's like, oh, the e-waste center is over here. And Bill's like, oh, but be careful, Tilly. And Tilly's like jumpy. She's like, what? Like, how could you not hear him? Like, he wasn't that far away from you. Like, so, like, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me, look at something first. Okay. From here to here, and like Tilly's like about here, and Bill's like about here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And there's like no like loud noises like near. I mean, of course, the city there's gonna be noises, but I'm pretty sure they will be able to hear each other. So I don't know why they did that. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to measure before I make an assumption. And Bill's like, "Oh, careful, Tilly," and she's like, "What?" And and obviously Bill is a good father, pushes Tilly out of the way. And oh my god, it tells her, oh my goodness, Papa. And he's like, oh, thanks, Tommy. We see you got stuck. And then it immediately gives weight. And this is kind of unrealistic how Tilly. I'm willing to accept that Tilly has animal psychic abilities and reading minds and stuff, but I don't think she's like, oh, hang on, Papa. She's trying to bring him up. Even though she was struggling, I don't know. I don't think that's possible. And in the bulb, and it's like, oh no, it's about to pollute the river, and I have to say, this impressed me.
That was close.
Papa, that was amazing. Where did you learn to do that?
Yeah.
National Championship 1998. Okay, Till.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to play too much. Please, no copyright. That was such a good scene. It was such a great scene in an okay episode. And that happens sometimes. So please, no copyright, please. I don't want this whole review to be me begging, but please. But I loved how you just kicking it. I was like, what the heck's that? And even Tilly's like, Papa, where'd you learn to do that? And he's like, oh, hacky sack 1998 championship. I was like, oh, I'm impressed. And he's like, okay, Tilly, let's take this one step at a time. And there's a butterfly. And he's like, oh, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. And oh my goodness, Bill looks so tired. And their hair's all messed up. And look, take a look at this. Big City Historic Landmark Footbridge, built 1897. Have we ever gone over when Big City was built? Like, have we ever come across a sign in a previous episode? And it comes below. Like, I would like to know. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on a second. I think we have some historic and inaccuracy, because if you remember of how Big City was kind of like a new thing when Bill was a kid, and this is the Big City Historic Landmark Footbridge, built 1897. I guess a simple answer you can say is that they just kind of redid the sign to make it look like, oh, it was Big City's first landmark, because Big City wasn't always here forever. Like it was around when Bill was like about, like, what would you say, like 10, and like Nancy was like 9 and 10, and we actually saw Remy's dad also in Officer Keys when he was younger. So like you know what I mean? And that wasn't around the 1800s. So I'm not sure what this is Big City, or unless this could be another possibility. It was originally named Big City, and then it actually got turned into Big Country, because again, Big City, before it got turned to Big City, it was actually called Big Country actually. And because remember Alice said all this hunk of junk was got built on top of sacred farmland. So I'm kind of wondering, was it called Big City before Big Country, and they got turned to Big City again? Possibly. I'm just kind of wondering why this is called Big City, because there was no Big City around that time. Or unless they just put that for kicks, but why would you do that? Anyway, sorry. I'm not like angry or anything. I'm just kind of curious. So at least for me, for now on, Big City was the original city. Then got turned to Big Country, and then got turned to Big City again. Big City goes back on top every time. And Tilly's like, oh my gosh, we gotta go. And instead of Tilly kind of realizing that like her father's kind of having like a, not necessarily like a panic attack, but like not doing well, is like, Papa, stop sleeping. What do you mean his eyes are open? And Tilly knows her father, like, oh, she's like, stop taking a nap. Like, his eyes are closed. He's breathing heavily. Like, even like when he gets up, because he still has to. Bill's a hero because he needs to get the job done. He's like, oh, poor guy. Before we get to this, so we basically get Alice and Cricket. They get all their trash. Like I'm not sure, they were carrying in something, and they were gonna put it in Brett's bin. Well, not Brett's bin, but like the apartment complex. And Brett actually came outside, which is like, hey, Alice and Cricket, hey Greens, what were you doing? I thought you were actually gonna put your trash in our bin. And that would be very not chill of you. He said, what? No, we're the garbage inspectors. Yes, this is garbage. And then again, like where he said, oh, well, you're using that blue bin. How can you not put it in this bin? Well, I have a lot of metal, and plastic and stuff. So like I need to recycle. Like everything can be like reused. That is like not trash, basically. And then like I was like, oh, that's what the blue bin's for. Like, I think she would know that. I don't know. If you find it funny, I don't find it funny. I like what Cricket said. Who knew garbage could be so complicated? It is. It actually really is, because there's actually really, really deep specifics that I don't even really know about, that I'm only starting to learn. So I'm a Cricket on that. on that line. Perfect. With Alice, anyway. Let, let's see. Right, so we get back to Bill and Tilly running. And he's like, okay, we made it. I was like, oh, cool. But I'm like, that looks more like the incinerator. And he's like, why is there so much trash? Where's the waste center? And I guess Tilly read the map wrong. Because there's the city dump. The the recycling center's on the other side of what they just went through. Wait, no, sorry, no, not what they just went through. It's on the other side of the dump. So when they saw they actually need to keep going. And he's like, oh no, the recycling center closes in 10 minutes. And Bill's like having just a mental breakdown. And Bill's like, Sapa Papa. And you get these guys. Hey, you shouldn't have come here. Now give me everything you got. And Bill, he's like, you want what I got? You want what I got? Here, take it. And he's freaking out too. This guy knows what's up. He's like, no, stay away. I won't be able to recycle it. No. He's like, Papa, you did it. And, oh my goodness. Oh, even though this show has simplistic designs, when they do a saturation of a different color and they have shadings and stuff, I'm just okay. I would say this isn't like top tier red. I have to say it's still, for me personally, the high ranking of use of red, in my opinion, would have to be the Owl House of the very first episode of season 1. And again, I thought that episode was a failure episode. Go watch my review. But one of the best scenes is at the end where we have Luz going to sleep, and we panel out in the house, and there's this red beaming light coming from the tower. I'm like, oh, that is a good shot. But again, this is a good red too. It's a good red, and Amphibia with the red moon, that's a beautiful red too. But that tower with the red light, you even watch my review, I'm like, oh, that's just beautiful right there. It's beautiful. I'm not sure if red light ever came from that tower again. That might have been a one-time thing, which is a shame, but or I could just be forgetting. And oh my goodness, look at Bill. He's like, tell Tilly, all this trouble for this one little light bulb. Look at his face. He said it would be simpler just to throw it out. And obviously Tilly's like, Papa, no. Tilly, let go. Like, no. We're better than this. We have to do the right thing. And Bill's like, what is the right thing, Tilly? What's one little light bulb going to do? Well, how's that going to be so more dangerous than all the pollution that's literally all around us? He's like, it's not about the light bulb anymore, Papa. It's about us sticking to our principles. Make sure we do the right thing and that we can make a difference. Even though it's a small difference, it is a difference. He's like, you're right, Tilly. He even cries. I'm like, okay, Bill, come on. Yeah, I like how Bill lifts the fence and they just run through there. And this is wait, hold on. Again, no sound. I just want to show this. Again, I don't want to show too much, but that scene where he's holding Tilly and they're just going through the obstacles, it's amazing. And this cinder block bridge is crumbling and there's fire around, and you see that they're kind of getting scorch marks and stuff, and they when they finally went through the smog and all that fire, is oh, can I help you? Oh my goodness, even Tilly lost her shoes. Oh, oh, it's so brutal. And he's like, and Bill's like, Tilly, just give it to him. He's like, sir, we traveled far and wide to give this. He's, oh, is that it? Oh, yeah. And there's only 2. He's like, oh, it's 3:00. Bye. And hey, look, e-waste center, light bulbs, batteries, electronics, drop off. Okay. And they kind of look at each other, kind of like this literally was for nothing. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna stick it right there. I didn't want to be too dark, but I kind of want to get the shower. They're kind of like, was this all for nothing? Oh, I forgot a moment in the B plot where they were kind of getting rid of trash and they were recycling and stuff. And there was a moment where I was like, Cricket, what are you doing? Oh, Dad is always stressed all the time, so I hide away his bills. I like to keep him happy. And I was like, are you out of your mind? I was like, okay, Alice is actually talking sensible. But of course, when I get my hopes up, she's like, this goes to the recycling. No, Alice, you know how important money is. Like, you don't want to do that. So, but besides all that, we basically have Bill and Tilly kind of walking back home, and then even Cricket's like, oh guys, I like the new look because it actually kind of looks like they were at like a rock concert, like with fire, but a rock concert. He's like, is it? Oh, how did it go? Did you recycle the bulb? He's like, yeah, but it didn't make a difference. Like I don't know why we wasted all that trouble when we actually returned it. It literally seems like it was like a throwaway job. And Cricket said, "Oh, guys, even though I was kind of being, like, complaining before, I'm sorry about that. But hey, you know what? There's something I want to show you." And that moment was actually in the trailer. So I'm like, when does Cricket say that? It's like, hey, we actually did something when you were away. That's kind of like Cricket talking to the audience, and is also talking to Bill and Tilly. I love that. And we actually have Cricket and Tilly, we have Bill and Tilly watching Cricket and Alice, and they actually are using bottles to make slides and stuff, to make helmets and things. And they're like, yeah, we're reusing the stuff so we don't throw it out, and so waste doesn't pile up. And like, hey, look, the trash is gone. All the chaos back together again. I know it's a kid show, but I'm like, that. I was even Bill's like, oh, it's better already. Like, no, that's not how farming works. I know I'm acting like a stickler, but I can't help it. But I love how Cricket and Tilly are acting. That, like, all this stuff at the beginning, it doesn't wash it away. Like, the scars are still there. But I would say they learned a lesson. They learned their lesson that I wish they wouldn't. No, wait, hold on. How do I say this? They learned a lesson that I didn't think they needed to learn, but I guess they did. That's what I'm going to say. Because I thought they were farmers. I already thought they knew about garbage and stuff and important of plant life and stuff like that. I thought they already knew. But I guess they didn't. And I guess they were taught. Great. Thumbs up, I guess. But again, it was kind of unnecessary because I thought you already knew. Anyway. And you even Bill and Tilly's like, hey, you know what? We did make a difference. Like, it was a little one, but we did. And Gloria gets in the group, yeah, we did it. And then even they look at her like, girl, what you doing? Why are you hugging? You did Tilly's squat. And she's like, what? I helped. And the only thing I could ever think that she helped is that she said walking's better for the environment, so I don't pollute with my car. But that's the only thing. That's why I'm not taking a point off. But when I first watched it, I'm like, Gloria, you did nothing. So yeah. Again, this was an okay episode. 65% D plus, just like with what was it called? Oh man, I'm forgetting episode titles. The No Service. But I would have to say I like this episode a little bit better. Even though it's the same score, I definitely like this episode a little bit better, especially the end result between Cricket and Alice, even Bill and Tilly. Bill with the hacky sack thing, and Bill acting crazy with the red lighting. That's pretty funny. How Bill scared away the crooks, and Tilly going on her adventure, and especially that torch scene, going through the subway tunnel. I thought that was excellent also. So I thought this episode was definitely I liked it better than No Service, but it's the same score. It's just okay. Because there's a bunch of other stuff that's kind of more negative than positive. Even though they're saying a positive message, like positive message received, but there's other stuff that I just didn't like. So, But yeah. Oh, also I wanted to mention that I have reached up to 126 subscribers. So yeah, hopefully I reach up to 130. But yesterday I reached to 125. Now it's 126 now. So yeah, please keep the subscribing going if you really like my channel. If you like these Big City Greens for reviews, I also do The Owl House. I do Secrets of Sulphur Springs. I completed Amphibia and I completed Ultraviolet Black Scorpion. I reviewed The Ghost of Mom McGee. And I also do movie reviews and MCU special presentation reviews also. So you can check that out. What else? Oh yeah, so you can check this out if you consider subscribing. Anyway, okay, so thank you so much to my 126 subscriber. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all my new subscribers, my original subscribers, my new viewers, my current viewers that come on and off. Yeah, hopefully reach 130 before February. Let's see if we can get there. And everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to check out my community posts and my mini reviews. And I'll see you guys later today for Truce Bomb. And there's no clip for that, but I'll see you guys later today for that. Okay. Bye.